Hello everybody! How are we doing today? We are back with another Animal Crossing video. If you are new here, please give this video a big thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button because I have been bringing out a lot of awesome Animal Crossing content that I do not want you to miss out on, so definitely follow along. Now, last night I released my very first update with the new summer update Wave 1, and we talked about all different kinds of things. And one of the things that was still in question was Pascal. We had some questions that still needed to be answered. There was just not a lot of info out about him. And so we made a video and we found him, but we still didn't know a whole lot about him. So I am back to give you some more awesome updates on Pascal and all of the different things that you need to know. So this is more of like a all the things you need to know about Pascal kind of video. So obviously the first thing we need is you need to be able to go diving. So if you haven't gotten your wetsuit yet, make sure you find the wetsuit and you dive into the water. Now to do that, you'll have to wear the wetsuit and then you'll go up to the water, or you can jump off a rock by hitting A. Once you're in the water, you can just repeatedly tap A to swim around, and to dive down you will use the Y button. Once you are underwater, you can continue swimming around. You can kind of swivel. You can swim around in different directions and continue hitting A. You will only stay under the water for a little bit of time. Now, the big question is, how do you find Pascal? How many times can you find him? What does he do? What can you do with him? And that is why I'm here now in this video. So now that we've gone over how to actually get in the water, what you want to do is you will look for shadows in the water, or these bubbles, and you will start searching for the different creatures under the water. So what we need to find is a scallop, and a scallop is a larger size shadow, but sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to tell what the shadow sizes are. Like right now, I can't really tell what the shadow size is until you actually dive down and you start trying to swim for it. So the scallops aren't super common. I mean, I find a lot more things than I find scallops. I'm just going to throw that out there. So it's not very often that you find a scallop. And when you do find one, it's not 100% guaranteed that one of the scallops will bring up Pascal. So just because you found one scallop and Pascal didn't show up, that does not mean your game is broken. He doesn't show up for all of them. For some people, it seems like he shows up for the first, the second, or the third scallop of the day. For me, he did show up on my very, very first scallop, and that was super exciting. But don't get discouraged. If he didn't show up for your very first scallop, don't worry. He will show up for another one. Now, also with that being said, he only shows up once per day. So go ahead and keep searching for scallops because, yeah, you may need them for DIYs or other things, but he doesn't show up every time you find one. So definitely don't expect that to be the case. That seemed to be what everybody was thinking would happen when the game was released, and all of the comments on my previous videos seem to suggest that everybody was super frustrated that he wasn't showing up for every single scallop. So now we know once per day, and it's not always the first scallop. Alrighty, so when you find that scallop, Pascal will show up just like this, and he is going to talk to you. Hey man, about that scallop of yours, can I have it? Now, don't worry, if you accidentally say no, he will still show up on the same day. So it's okay. Don't have a panic attack if you accidentally say no. So I'm going to say, sure, have it. This is my second time seeing Pascal now on a second day. Like I said, he'll only show up once per day. So he's going to say, whoa, thanks for your generosity. Since you were so cool, I left you something you'll dig. While I'm at it, let me lay some truth on you. The deep kind. Feel this? You, me, everyone, we've all got problems, but man, it's comforting to know we all have that in common. Is that not the truth? Like, Pascal is awesome. Wrap your noodle around that. Yep, today is a good day. And that is that he is going to swim off. Once you've seen him that one time, he's not going to come back the rest of the day. However, he will show up outside of this net and you can just see him floating around, being all kinds of cool, relaxing, doing all kinds of fun things. You can't talk to him or anything. I've tried. He just kind of looks at you and he's like, dude, you're bothering me. But anyway, there's that. Eventually he'll crack open what you gave him and he'll go to town and have a little snack. There he goes. Cracking it open. So cute. Have a little snack and now he's pretty much in a food coma and he'll just keep on going. So anyway, there is that. Now I got another DIY and this is the mermaid wall clock. So I can't learn it while you're in the water. There's a lot of things you can't do while you're in the water, like use the map or different items, things like that. So you do have to swim back to land if you want to learn the DIY. So let's go ahead and swim back to land and we can check out this DIY and see what all we have to do. Now, like I said, I did get the mermaid flooring as well, so I'll go ahead and show that just in case you haven't seen it yet. And I do want to say I found that scallop on maybe my 30th try today, so it does take a little while sometimes. You just have to be a little bit patient with it. So, oops. Yes, I just got a bunch of new things, and the pitfall seed was one of them. So let's go and see what we've got here with the mermaid items. Are they all the way at the bottom? Looks like here's the mermaid floor. So that takes 2 pearls, 5 sand dollars, and 5 stone. And then I've also got the mermaid wall clock, and this is 1 pearl, 1 sea snail, or 3 sea snails, 2 coral, and 2 iron nugget. And then I also have this sandy beach floor that's in between them. That is not a mermaid item, so I'm not sure why it's sitting in between the 2 mermaid items. But anyway, I've got the mermaid wall clock and I've got the mermaid flooring. And so that so far is what I've gotten from Pascal. Like I said, you can get other items and he will trade them for pearls. And I'm not sure if you get pearls once you've created or obtained all of the DIYs that he gives you, but that is something we can look for in the future. So now, moving on from that, once we finally get him, what happens? Well, for the very first time he shows up, he should give you a DIY. It's not a set DIY. It will be one of the mermaid DIYs. I got the mermaid floor, but a lot of other people are getting the mermaid screen as well as other things. But it seems like those two seem to be fairly common with the first DIY. Also, he doesn't always give you a DIY. So one thing you can't do at the moment, maybe later on there might be an update, we're not sure yet, you can't sell him the creatures like you could for Flick or CJ when they show up. So some people thought maybe we'd be able to sell all of our creatures for an extra profit. Unfortunately, that is not the case. But sometimes you can trade your scallop in for a pearl. So you can find pearls on this game in the water. The pearls are smaller size shadows, and you can also bring those up from the surface or to the surface, but those are also pretty rare to find, so you will need those for the mermaid DIYs. And then on top of that, when you find him, he will give you the DIY. He will trade that scallop for a pearl, or he might give you an item. So there's a couple of different options. This is what a small one looks like, by the way, so we'll see what I bring up here. There we go. But that's what the pearl size should look like. Anyway, he could give you an item as well. So it's not always a DIY and it's not always a pearl. It's definitely different things that we're going to be seeing as far as what we're getting from him. So hopefully that all makes sense, and I hope that it has answered some unanswered questions for you and kind of maybe helped you understand a little bit more about what Pascal is, who he is, what he does. So I'm hoping that I answered a lot of questions. If you do have any more questions, please let me know. I would be happy, very, very happy to answer those questions for you and see what more Pascal has to bring us in the future, I'm really excited to get all of these DIYs and all of the items we can get from him. So, yeah, let's see what this update brings us over the next couple of days and see what Pascal has to offer. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this video has been helpful to you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box down below. I would love to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. Give the video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day and happy gaming. Bye, guys.